How's it going, guys? Today we'll be talking about phone cases for the brand new iPhone 16 series with the new camera control. Introduces some serious considerations for the most simplest thing after buying a brand new phone, that is, which phone case should you consider? This is a part 1 of a 2-part series talking about phone cases from 2 different brands. One is from Taurus and the other from SUPCASE. Today we'll be taking a look at the case from SUPCASE. This is such a weird thing to say. The Unicorn Beetle Clear Case, and without wasting more time, let's dive right in. Alright, this is the iPhone 16 Pro 6.3-inch Unicorn Beetle Clear Case in white, which has a camera control button on the sides, as you can see right here. Now, a couple of things advertised by the brand is MaxSafe compatibility, military grade drop protection tested up to 15 feet, perfect grip, scratch resistant, shock resistant, dual layer design with accurate cutouts. Now, on Amazon, there are also claims of anti-yellowing, built-in ring for horizontal and vertical placement of the phone, as well as ultra-strong magnetic feature. Now, let's quickly take a look at the case overall. Starting with the weight. So this case sits at around 42.2 grams. The material used on the case is entirely from scratch-resistant polycarbonate. The sides are really solid and tough and doesn't seem to have much flex to it. Seems like there are also TPU bumpers at all of the corners of the case, which should help with shock absorption. On the note of the corner of the phone, it does look like the case has rounded corners, but rather squared, as you can see on all corners. Taking a closer look at all the buttons around the phone, they do look pretty solid, from the action button to the volume rocker buttons, both right here. Towards the bottom corner, there is also a cutout for you to hook on a lanyard, though I've never really used them. And the other side, the on and off button, as well as the main star, the camera control touch capacitive button. So here you can see a dotted pattern gold pins on the surface of the button, and this camera control button seems to be floating inside the case. Both sides of these buttons have gold contact pins, which I believe is used to transfer touch inputs onto the actual sensor on the iPhone. So this means that you can access the camera control even if it's covered like such. At least this offers some level of protection over the camera control button, unlike a case with just a plain cutout. And here is the look on the back of the case. As mentioned, the corners of the phone case is not fully rounded. From the back, you can even see it more pronounced that the sides are actually a bit squared, right? So from the back, you have a lip around the camera, protecting the camera lens when placing your phone downwards as well. And towards the corner of the phone, there are some nice and smooth finishes surrounding the case. Then we have the built-in ring that has a hinge at the bottom section of the case. You can open up and close it like such, and the resistance on this is actually quite solid. You can angle your phone as such in portrait orientation as well as in horizontal orientation. Inside the built-in ring, it has some fine prints that reads military standard drop tested, which probably ensures that this case is drop test qualified case or some sort. Of course, the built-in ring is MaxSafe compatible, and that's pretty much everything about the case. Let's fit in the iPhone 16 Pro and take a look at the fitting of this entire thing. Screen inserting all side corners. Pretty solid fit on the case. So a button ASMR check. Overall, the buttons sounded a little mushy and muffled. The camera control button though is quite clicky. Next, we will try to pry open the case with the phone fitted inside, holding up pretty well on all the corners, including the top and bottom side, as you can see. So with the phone in the case, we can see that there is a small lip on the top side of the screen. So your screen seems to be well protected if you place your phone down flat on the table. Overall, the hand grip on the phone is pretty solid. It doesn't feel too bulky other than the camera section due to the lip protection at the back. And let's take a look at the back of the case. The camera cutout actually fits out pretty well. The lip protection on the camera lenses are actually quite pronounced, and the camera lens is also well protected. Let's take a look at the angles that we can play around with the built-in ring. So you can very comfortably put this down in a vertical position, or you can put it down on a horizontal position at some certain angles. I don't think you can really adjust the angle that much, but overall it's actually pretty stable. Horizontal is actually really good, and vertical is it's pretty good to an extent. Of course, you don't tilt it from the top, then it actually comes crashing down. So that's something to consider. Now let's test the MaxSafe at the back. So we have a MaxSafe power bank right here, and just try to attach it on. That's pretty good. Only thing annoying is obviously the hook that has the MaxSafe feature that actually comes off as you peel open like such. So you actually have this kind of problem when you use the case. Other than that, I think the MaxSafe is actually pretty strong. Overall, a really solid phone case. Now let's test out the camera control button of the case to see if all of the function actually works as intended. I'm going to bring out the brightness so you guys can see. Here we have, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So all of this function works as it should. Light press and we actually go into the camera mode. You can swipe 1x to 2x to 5x and double tap to bring up the menu system where we can change the zoom. One flick to reach to 2x and then another flick to reach 5x. This is like a standard thing on the camera control as well. So you can go to 0.5x to 1x and to 2x and to 5x as well. Double click to pull up the menu, scroll through some of the things, and all in all feels pretty normal. It's the same as directly pressing on the phone control. So props up to SUPCASE for R&Ding this section. Instead of giving a cutout, they actually put in a physical button. So all in all, a very solid case from the brand SUPCASE, and it is currently going for $25 on their website. You only have two color choices, which is either black or white. So since I got the iPhone 16 Pro in white titanium, so going for the white is actually a no-brainer. That being said, before ending the video, I want to very quickly compare the case from Taurus. And as you can see the difference with the anti-yellowing feature that the SUPCASE boasts, the Taurus case actually looks a little bit more white than usual. And if you compare it side by side, I'll probably put up a better comparison to show you guys. The white on the SUPCASE actually looks a little bit yellow. So I have another comparison of a really yellowed out case from ESR. This is for the iPhone 13. And over the time, yellowing problems are like this kind of problem where clear case actually turns yellow. So that's what you don't want on a case. And to be honest, the case on the SUPCASE actually feels a little bit yellower than Taurus, so that will be for another video. So if you are interested, you can probably check out that video when it is out. And that's it from me for the first impression and review of the SUPCASE Unicorn Beetle Clear Case. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment down below. Be sure to get back to you guys as soon as possible. As always, thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Ken. I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay safe, peace out, and bye.